couldn't do it, folks. I just couldn't leave these blue things on here. I got some splices. I'm gonna pop these off, you know, do the splice thing, environmental splice them, make them right so they sit down inside of there. I got some heat shrink tubing. I just, you know, I left it overnight. I just didn't feel right. The old aircraft mechanic in me said that's not right, and I'm not gonna leave it like that. So I'll show you the final product. All right, you two bears, welcome back. My name's Dave.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Like always, you found, do it yourself, do it riding. Well, I finally got a Nissan hat. All the work that I've been doing on the truck. Not really working on the truck today, but you know, it's gonna be here. Got to work on my trailer. Got a long trip coming up. Moving back to Georgia. Got to get the lights working properly. They're like, you know, in and out. You know, if you have a trailer and you use your trailer a lot, you know the lights are always a pain in the rump. So that's what I'm working on today. Lights, fixing them. Let's get into it. Just to give you guys a rundown, I bought this trailer a number of years ago now. Didn't really ever have an issue with the lights until I squashed the connector. It's a 4-pin, and I smashed a couple of lights in the back, and you know, it's just haven't kept up with the maintenance on this trailer. It's a good trailer, still in good shape. Yeah, a little bit of rust in here and there, but the wood is good, and as you can see, I haul motorcycles.
No shit, Sherlock.
And that's what I'm gonna be doing again, is hauling my motorcycles. So you know, I don't want the policeman to pull me over while I'm driving through South Carolina, because that's where most cops sit. South Carolina, lots of cops. Anyways, typically the number one problem with trailer lighting is the ground, and this one is no different. I broke the ground wire a while back, and I kind of spliced it together under here, and you know, I got my old multimeter out, trusty, and you know, the ground is not great, so that's where I'm going to start. I'm probably going to end up using, oh, by the way, I bought a whole light kit, like a whole trailer light kit. Figured why not, I'll just use what I need. And I definitely need the plug-in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip the end off from this wiring. I think the wiring underneath the trailer is still fine. And then I'm going to put the new lights on the back. But I'm just going to snip this off, run a new ground, probably drill a new hole just so it's nice fresh metal. Get it nice and you know, nice and clean. Get a good ground all the way through. And then probably move to the back, hook up the new lights, because, well, let me show you. They've gotten beaten up quite a bit. This one, you know, the lens is gone and the side marker is gone. The other side is really not much better. It actually works, like the blinker part, and that's it. So I'm just gonna take that off and put the new one on. These have seen better days. I might take the lens off from that one and put it on this one, since this lens is busted. And you know, just make them so they work, basically, is my goal. I don't want to get a ticket, and you know, nobody really needs that. So let's start working.
Uh-huh. And how long have you thought that?
The whole time. I've thought that the whole time.
Here we go. I'm gonna start cutting. I did verify that these two plugs are the same, a little different. The brown and green is power, and the brown and yellow is power. White is still ground, which you would think green would be ground. white is ground. Anyways, doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm just gonna pull this back a little bit, snip them off here. I have just a kit. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm not gonna use environmental splices and all that other good stuff. I'm just gonna use the butt crimpers. Trying to get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry. Basically is what I'm doing. The white, I'm just gonna leave that white hooked up there. Probably I'm just gonna run a new ground right to here, drill a hole, clean the paint up so it's nice and shiny, put a ring connector, good ground. But until then, I'm just gonna leave the white out. These are stuck together, which is cool. I like that. So now I don't have to remember which one goes where. But there are instructions, hopefully, when you buy a new light kit, there are instructions saying which one goes where. Like for this new one, the yellow wire goes to the, oh boy, where'd it go? Negative, left tail light. Okay, so the left tail light is white, brown, and yellow. So white, because the tail light's got to ground itself. Brown and yellow, so that's left tail light. Brown and yellow, there. And then we got green. Yeah, green and brown, there. The brown is the power wire, just so you guys know. I don't know if I just said that or not, so. Let's cut, strip, crimp, do the thing. So we can put the new connector here. And I should probably go get some electrical tape. Already ran into a problem. You know what they say in the military? Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And well, I didn't do very good planning. The butt connectors that I have, I got a lot of blue ones, a couple yellow ones, and I had one red one. And wouldn't you know, the red one is the one I need.
God damn it.
Now I'm gonna have to make do, you know. Now the whole military saying of improvise, adapt, and overcome is in play, unfortunately. So, what do? Do I use spade connectors and just slide them together? And I only have a couple of reds in those. Man, why do I go through so many red ones? I'm not quite understanding that. Guess I'm gonna have to use the blues. Just gonna have to give it a little extra crimp. It's, you know, not the right way, but it's gonna, should work. This is not what I want to do, but I think in, you know, just getting it done and getting it working for now will be okay. I'll have to come back and do it the right way later on. Unfortunately, change of plans. The kit that I ordered actually come with these wire splices like this. You basically just slide one wire in one way, slide the other wire in the other way, take a pair of pliers, push this little metal piece down. It basically cuts into the wires, connects them, you know, connects them together. And then you just put the little top over it. Boom, snaps together. Holds them in place. I've used them before, and well, we're about to see if they're gonna work. So, all right, we got. By the way, I did use one butt connector, so now it's gonna be all cattywampus, which is fine. All right, slide one in this way. Well, we're gonna turn it that way. This one. Brown, green and brown. That one's gonna go in there. This one's gonna go in there. And then theoretically, just close it, push down, it locks. And hopefully it makes a good connection. I mean, It holds. I'm tugging it. Well, okay, it did hold. It failed the tug test.
That's what she said.
Alrighty, okay, so that didn't work. It basically just cut the wire. It worked on the one. Maybe I didn't get it all the way in. That's probably what happened. I didn't shove the wire in far enough, so now I'm gonna have to pry this thing out. Well, that wasn't hard. Just came right out. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I didn't shove it all the way in far enough. You'd think there'd be stops. Now we know it's all the way in there. We know because I got the wire halfway out. Let's put this little thing back in here. Little metal cutter, splicer my doobie. And crimp it again. That's the good thing, I guess, about these. You could reuse them. Oh, that all the way, lock. Okay, that definitely was too easy the first time. All right. Now it's in there. Now it's passing the tug test. I'm gonna cut that off. And of course, we're gonna wrap all these in electrical tape because I have a lot of that. We're gonna just keep using these, and you know, we'll just figure out the back end with those lights back there.
Eternity later.
Yeah, oh, I think that's what happened when I pushed it in there before. I thought it was all the way in, thought there was a stop, but there really isn't. And I was hitting on the little metal cutter thing. That's probably what happened. This is gonna be a wiring mess right here, unfortunately. I'm not totally in love with this. I'm in a pinch. I gotta get it done. I got too much stuff on the list of things to do. And it's just, you know, running out of time. Running out of time. All right, folks, I'm literally running extremely low on tools. So this is gonna be some ghetto rig stuff. I don't have my burnishing tool, don't know where that is. So I'm gonna take this little grinding bit, grind the paint off in this vicinity here. And then I found a little self tapper. I'm gonna use a self tap there. It's you know, it's gonna have to do. What can I say? We're gonna drill a hole. 5 years later, we got a hole drilled. I mean, if that's not going to be a decent ground, then I don't know what is, because that sucker's through every layer. So let's knock the paint off. It's really all I'm trying to do here. I mean, it's not pretty, but it'll work. I mean, it's a hole with bare metal. Should do the trick just fine. Now I'm just gonna put this eyelet on so the self tapper can go through. We'll have a decent ground. I got a real mess here going on, folks. I got all this going, got all this hooked up, finally got a ground to, you know, not break on me. Hopefully it's long enough for when the trailer turns. I'm just gonna have to make not really sharp turns. I'll have to finish up that, wrap it in some electrical tape, and hope and pray that that those don't pull loose on the trip. Nah, I'm not really liking that situation, but you know, it is what it is. And back here, I have taken all of the lenses off, as you can see, or what's left of them, and wiggled some wires, jiggled some things, moved some bulbs around. I got a couple of blown bulbs, got some loose wires. so my girlfriend says.
Look at you cracking jokes, you cool little cucumber.
I also have loose wires on the trailer. That one doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to. I'm really debating on whether putting those new lights on or just making these work again properly, and well, conjuring up a lens, because that one lens over there is rather broken. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these new lenses or these new lights, see if the bolt holes match up, because if I have to drill new bolt holes, oh, okay, so they're going to match up, as you can see here. I think I'm just going to replace these two on the trailer, leave these two on the ramp. Everything is working on those. They're a little dim, I think, but I mean, they're better than nothing. I think it's just a power draw, too many lights. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these LEDs down there, replace the ones that are, you know, they're iffy, and the lens is busted. So let's get to removing those, cutting and splicing more wires. I don't really want to do that. So let's do it. All right, folks. Well, that was a huge hassle. I basically had to disconnect these two backlights to get the LEDs, that one and the one on the other side, to work properly. I'm guessing there has to be a diode in there. Actually, I'm not guessing. I know there has to be a diode in there for it to work the incandescent with the LEDs, and there's basically from the truck to these lights, they work and they're bright, and I'm happy with that. I guess maybe I'll just buy another set of LEDs when I have time to put on there, because those are, now they're kind of rusty on the inside. I did get enough bulbs to get them to work, but then I realized that they're not going to work right with the LEDs. But the only thing left I have to do is to button up this area here with some zip ties and some electrical tape. Some more back here, zip ties, electrical tape. This was not fun. It's not an easy task. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Yellow to yellow, brown to brown, green to green, white is the ground. If you guys are tackling your own trailer, I would recommend just using the wire harness that comes. Don't be lazy like me and splice it in. Actually, it was actually not the lazy thing. It was, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just ran the whole new wiring harness. That's what I should have done rather than splicing that in there. I admit my mistake. I was wrong, and I'm okay with that, I guess. It's gonna work for now. I will redo the splices at a later date after I'm back in Georgia and settled and have nothing to do, which is going to be a while because I got a laundry list of things to do in Georgia. So you know, if you like this DIY, you know, work on your own stuff kind of stuff, either working on your truck, working on a trailer, working on motorcycles, the old car, if you guys follow along with me, if you're not new to the channel, the old car is already in Georgia, so it's already in the garage, chilling. I wish chilling right now. But anyways, if you like this stuff, you know, like, tag, share it with a friend, you know, somebody else that's got a raggedy old trailer that needs lights that maybe you're borrowing, and you're like, hey buddy, fix the lights. Maybe you can borrow it and fix the lights for them. So like I said, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like always, till next time, thanks a lot. Gotta check my work before I go ahead and close up the you know, the splicing that I've done. Ooh, and that's already kind of tight. Okay. What I'm talking about here is this ground wire. I don't really like how taut it is, but I don't really think the trailer is gonna get you know, jackknife that much. So it'll probably be okay. But show you what I got. I got environmental splices. Now I got heat shrink up here. I'm just gonna heat shrink over top of it, and then I'll be happy with it.